This podcast contains subject matter that may be disturbing to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
For imprints
It's time to open the door in your mind. Sit back and listen to true horror. But be careful what you allow in. Because it's time to go through the fog. This week's story is Windows, posted to r/creepypasta by user nozucchini6370. I honestly don't even know where to start with this, but I guess it really began when I was just a little kid. Whatever you think of the word childhood, you can imagine the fun times, and you're absolutely so damn lucky to have that. My childhood was a living nightmare. My entire childhood was dominated by what could only be described as the living image of the devil himself. You see, I was diagnosed with hypnagogia, a disorder that causes severe hallucinations that occur when one attempts to sleep, or at least that's what I was told. I never believed any of their bullshit. I had reason to, of course. Every night I went to sleep, this creature showed up at my bedroom window. It was a thin-like creature with unnaturally long arms. Its legs curved back like those of a dog. Its skin bleach white. Its eyes just two gaping holes filled with endless darkness. It would place its bony fingers against the window and peer into my bedroom and stare at me. Every time it happened, I froze. I couldn't move or scream. I was told it was just one of my hallucinations, but how could a hallucination leave fog prints on a window? After months of therapy and experimenting with different kinds of medications, the hallucination stopped. Flash forward 17 years later, and I'm a 22-year-old man out in the real world. I live by myself in a modest little house that I worked hard for. I was happy with my life. I don't understand why things had to turn out this way. I was sitting on my couch watching TV when I looked at my phone, 12:07. Shit, I thought to myself. I have to work tomorrow. I turned off the TV and made my way to the bedroom. With my jeans and t-shirt still on, I threw myself on the bed. I was too tired to change. I closed my eyes and immediately felt something was wrong. It felt like I was being watched. I looked up at the window and I felt my heart drop. It was him. That same goddamn thing that tortured me as a kid. It looked exactly the same as it did when I was a kid. Same bleach white skin, same two gaping holes, and bony complexion. I felt myself freeze up. It was like that entire night I was too scared to move. Eventually, the sun rose and the creature backed away from the window and crawled away. I remember passing out after it left. This continued to repeat over the span of 4 weeks. I didn't understand why this was happening. It would watch me the entire night, and I'd pass out in the morning from exhaustion. I lost my job after my boss got tired of me not showing up. I tried boarding up the windows, but upon my return they would be removed no matter how many times I tried. I fell asleep on the couch and woke up in my bedroom on one occasion, with the thing at my window, of course. There's no running away from it. I had no idea how bad things were about to get. On one of the nights, the thing crawled up to my window, and instead of placing its hands against it, it put them at the bottom. I wasn't sure what it was trying to do until I heard the loud screeching of my screen being pulled up. The damn thing was trying to get into my room. He doesn't open it all the way, just a little bit every night. With every night being open just a little more than the night before. That was 2 weeks ago. Last night he opened it up to the point where it was opened almost all the way, but not quite. He needs it opened all the way to get in. And I know what's gonna happen tonight. That's why I'm sitting here on my bed typing this. The sun's starting to go down. It's going to be night soon. I'm tired of fighting this. It's weird knowing every key I type is going to be one of my last. I know now it's not a hallucination. I've always known. Why they lied to me, I don't understand. I have to go. I can hear him approaching my window. Through the Fog is recorded and edited by Haptic. Produced by Flyover State Park and Kevin Caravan. All stories are recorded with the original author's permission or released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. For more episodes, visit throughthefogcast.com or follow fog_cast on Twitter. Links to both are in the show notes. You can support the show by visiting buymeacoffee.com/throughthefog, or simply by rating and reviewing on your podcatcher of choice. It's the simplest way to support independent shows like these. Whatever you decide to do, though, thank you for listening, and talk to you next week.
This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.